Hello everybody, this is Angel Arts, and I'm very excited to announce to all of you the finalists for this year's Tabletop campaign. This is the Mass Effect Season 2 Tabletop campaign, which is the sequel to Mass Effect Collision, also known as Mass Effect Season 1. Thank you again so much to everyone who auditioned. It is always tough to narrow these things down smaller and smaller each time, but I really was so happy to see some new faces, some returning faces, a really great mix, and I'm just really pumped to move the process forward and see what you guys, the viewers, think of the finalists. I also wanted to give a very special thank you to everyone who took the time to do some mock auditions to help inspire some of their peers, and also because it seemed like you guys had a lot of fun. There were some fantastic, amazing auditions from people. It really stinks that they are not available to actually play in the full campaign, because I thought that they were extremely strong candidates, but I definitely appreciate your honesty in letting me know that you're not able to play in the campaign, but they wanted to audition as a mock audition anyway. And pretty much all of the mock characters that were proposed were like spot on what I was looking for when it comes to creative ideas for characters. So thank you guys again so much. So in the next few days, I will start releasing the top seven finalists. These interviews that I'm going to be posting on my channel are going to be very similar in format from the interviews that I've done in the past, where the first half is going to be an out-of-character portion where they will be asked questions to get to know them as players, and then the second half is going to be the in-character portion where some actual role-playing will be happening, and we can see how each of these candidates are able to get into character, think on their feet, and role-play a scene. The biggest change this year, which I am really excited about, is that I thought it'd be really fun if we sort of changed things up a bit and made it so that I took a little bit of a back seat, a little bit more of a hands-off when it comes to doing these interviews, and inviting back some previous cast members from the Season 1 Mass Effect campaign to actually help with the interviews. So I asked every player from Mass Effect Season 1 across the main squad, the Alpha Squad, and the Beta Squad if they would be interested in participating in pairing with me in these interviews. And I was able to get 5 people who said that they would love to come back and reprise their roles. So these people are going to be with me during the interviews. Each of the candidates were asked, which of these 5 people who volunteered would you be most interested in interviewing with, and having them interview them. And so we're gonna see some of these familiar faces come back to ask the candidates the questions, and they will also be in charge of doing the role playing. They're gonna be sort of like mini GMs, temporary GMs, coming up with all of these scenes for these characters to interact with their own characters, hypothetically, from Season 1. So those of you who are big fans of Collision, I hope that this is going to be a really interesting change to the interview process. And as always, the main reason why I am posting these interviews live on my channel is, of course, because I need your help. I need you, the viewers, to help me figure out who I should decide should be in the campaign. There are several ways that you can do this. One obvious way is for you to put down in the comments section of every single video your feedback. You can definitely give people the positive notes that you have of them and constructive notes. And the only rule that I have is that if you provide the person with constructive feedback, you have to be able to pair that with some sort of positive feedback as well. You have to be able to pair that with something that they did well during their interview. The second thing that you can do to help me decide on who will end up in the final roster is to put a like or a thumbs up with specific people that you absolutely, positively feel needs to be in this campaign, in your opinion. Which is why I would ask that you please try to hold back and not put the likes up until after you have seen all 7 of the interviews, just to be fair. And no, the thumbs downs are not going to do anything. Don't even waste your time to put any thumbs down, because I'm not going to be paying attention to them. Keep in mind that putting the likes or the thumbs up is not voting for the person. And by that I mean that, you know, the final roster is not necessarily going to be determined by who gets the most likes. Because at the end of the day, I will be the one who has the final say. It'll be my final decision who is and isn't going to be in the roster. It's just that the number of likes and your comments are going to be factors, major factors that will be playing into the final decision of who's going to be in the roster. And the other factor that goes into who's going to be in the roster is every single finalist is going to be asked, if it were up to them, which 3 other people would they personally choose to be in the campaign with them, just so that I have an idea of who would like to play with specific people, just so I think that that's a very fair thing to take in consideration. If you have any questions about this interview process, please feel free to ask them in the comments below, and I will try to answer them as quickly as possible. Otherwise, I hope you guys will enjoy each of these videos and cheer on your fellow role-playing colleagues, give them your support, and I'm definitely looking forward to seeing who's going to be in the 2nd season of Mass Effect Tabletop. So thank you guys again so much for watching and for all your support and for supporting each other. More importantly, thank you so much for being so positive and supporting everyone in this process, whether they made it this far or not. You guys are amazing. So thank you guys again, and until next time, love yourselves and love each other. Our 7 finalists are JoJo, Mikey, Kiwi, Kendra, Quirky, Mikhail, and Astra. Congratulations again to our finalists, and good luck.